Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to Worth Guitars. Good morning. It's a beautiful, very cold morning here in Suffolk, Virginia. Brisk, I think is the word that Steve said. Steve's here. Say hey, Steve.
Brisk, baby, brisk.
There you go. All right, so welcome back. Like I said, today I'm trying out a new microphone too, so hopefully this will work. We'll get a little bit better sound quality. Let me put all this stuff up here right quick, get it out of the way, and then we can talk about what we're about to do. Today I'm going to try to get the, well, I'm not going to try to, I'm going to achieve the goal today. My attempt to get this headstock plate glued on, the head plate glued onto Ethan Gardner's neck. You know, the other day we glued together his body top. Let me get that for you, hang on. So, oh man, dropping stuff. Oh. All right, so we got this glued together. This is his top cap for his T-style build. And that's a good thing. We got just enough wood out of that piece that I glued together there to get his head plate out of. You can see where that came from right there, right? And it's got one little knot in it. But if we get lucky, which I think we will, luck through planning and what's the other word I'm looking for? I don't know what it is.
Strategic placement?
Strategic placement, exactly. Strategy.
Thank you.
Tactical placement. I believe that hole right there for that tuner will take that knot out of there and it will no longer exist. That's the plan, all right? So we'll see how that works out. So normally, let me put this back. Get that glued onto the body today too. We got a lot of stuff to do today. Normally I would glue a square piece onto here and it would just cut out the rest and I wouldn't have to worry about it, but I don't have a square piece as you can see. So I have to do a little strategic planning, as Steve says. And you see where I've got it drawn on there. I have to glue this on there thusly.
Howdy?
Thusly? Yeah, we're using some old school words today. I heard a cool thing today while I was watching YouTube this morning. And I was watching this 3 of 7 project, this guy I watch on YouTube. And he was talking about being wise. And he said, in the way that you speak. Be wise in the way that you speak. So I'm trying to be wise in the way that I speak today. Try not to sound like a dummy when I talk, you know? So, not that saying thusly makes me any more intelligent. But anyway, that's what we got to do right there. So I'm going to glue this on and we'll get that rolling. Then I can take this and put it over there and get that headstock cut out. All right? So let me get set up to do that and I'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in. Hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Tell you what, let me turn this pump off and I'll be right back. Sorry for the pause again. Okay, so I need to get this plate glued on. I'm going to do that right now. That's the first thing I'm going to do this morning. And I'm going to use the drill bit with the pins like I showed you on the other head plate glue on. I got a 16th inch drill bit, and what I did was just take another 16-inch drill bit and sacrifice it to make the pins so that you know that the pins fit exactly in the hole. Now I have this placed on here in such a way so that I have a little bit of waste on the outside of the headstock shape that I can put those pins in. That'll keep this thing from shifting around when I put it in the clamp. And we should be very, very good on that. I'll get you a little closer so you can see that. All right, there it is, head plate. I got a line on there. That's how much extra I have. That's not a lot to play with, is it? But I believe we can make it work. I have faith. that everything will work out all right. For strategic planning. I know that my nut is going to go there. If I have a straight line across there that lines that up, I'm going to put a pinhole here and a pinhole there, and that should do the trick. Drill a couple of holes here real quick. Don't want that to move around. One here. Oh man, that didn't work out right. What happened? Something went haywire. Okay, I believe we got it now. One here. And one over here. And those two will keep it from shifting. So I'm going to put a little register mark on here, right here, so I know that I came from there, right there. So I can put it back and not have to fish around and try to find those little tiny holes right there. So let's put some glue on this and get it clamped up. Trusty glue bottle and brush. We'll put a little piece of tape right there. So I don't really want glue in that area there. That should be enough. I'll do the trick right there. Take this and put it back where it came from. Not going to worry too much about that piece of tape right there, although I'd probably get it out of the way. It won't be an issue. Let's get that out of the way. All right, now we'll put it back where it came from, which is right there. See our little marks? Can you see that mark on there? Right there? Okay. Put our pins in. One goes there. And one goes here. Like that. And then that thing can't shift around. This is our clamping caul. We'll put that on there like that. Once again, we will use the trusty vise over here. Press this bad boy together. Just like that. Just like that. All right, so I got to flatten this piece out, plane it down to 1.5 inches, get it mounted on the machine. And I think before I do that though, I'm gonna go ahead and run the back of the neck. That's only gonna take about 1 hour to dry and we can get it cut out. So in the meantime, I'll get this going We'll see if we can get something happening here, all right? So let's do that. Gotta rearrange a few things. Trusty router table. I built this router table about 30 years ago. Still using it. It's starting to get a little rickety, but it still works. Kind of like me, a little rickety. Starting to get a little shaky, a little rattly. So we got really lucky when we glued this together. I keep saying lucky, but it's not lucky. We tried to do a good job, so it's nice and flat. Thankfully, so all we really have to do is go ahead and give it a run through the machine here, and we can start thicknessing this. So we're gonna do that, we're gonna make some noise here. And we'll be rolling. Get this body right. Guys, we got her down to 1.5. This is a little heavy, about 32nd of an inch heavy. We'll run through the sander and get that last little bit off. The planer does snipe just a little, which is a little frustrating, but it just does. I'm sure there's a way to adjust it. That's a pretty piece. Alright, let's get it through the sander a couple of passes here. Okay, got our body milled. That worked really well, turned out nice. This is a really pretty piece of African mahogany. It's got some people call it beehive grain in it. It's the little zigzags across the medullary rays in there. And yeah, man, that should look good. I have to remember not to bang into the microphone. It probably sounds like an explosion. Before I do that though, I gotta get the neck set up and run the back of the neck because I don't want to break down my setup before I do this body. So I got to wait a little while on that. We'll have a little pause in the action here, but so my next step is I'm going to put this on the machine. I'm going to do the arm bevel and just basically cut out the basic shape of it. Put the wire channels in so that when I glue the cap on, the wire channels will already be in there. So this will go on like that. T-style shape cut out of there. And the wire channels will already be underneath the top cap. And then we'll just have to bend this down, glue this on and bend this down on the arm bevel. Then this can go back on the machine, cut the pickup cavities in the neck. Just a nice fixed bridge on this build, which I really love. I love fixed bridges. You guys can't see it, but I got a little mark on here. And I have a super fine point bit. I'm trying to find the origin. Got to get my head in the way for a minute here. I got to go a little bit further over here on the x-axis. Put a little light in there where I can see it. That looks good. I think maybe a little too far on the X. Want a little bump back. Little bump up on the Y. Little bump down on the Z. Tell you what, that looks pretty good right there. All right, let's go with that. All right, let's see if we can get this headstock done today. Possibly get it turned over and get the neck started. And we should be in good shape. And then we can start working on the body parts. But I want to get this done, get this rig here off of the machine so that, you know, I can start doing body parts and we don't have to worry about breaking this down and putting it back together again. You know what I mean? So let's do that. First thing I want to do is take this back to origin and change out the bit. rough it out.